All right, I'm gonna start doing collection videos, probably with like yearly updates is my plan. And I'm gonna start with my PS5 because it's my most recent console. I have 45 games, physical games, currently for the PS5. And as you can tell, I have a lot of games, a lot of different systems. But I'm gonna start with the PS5 because it's more recent in my head and it's what I'm playing the most right now, obviously, because it's the most current console. I'm just gonna go through some of these games I haven't played because I have a habit of getting games and I have a huge backlog like everybody else. But yeah, let's get started. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I started this during the launch of the PS5, if I remember correctly. I got maybe 2 hours in, and it just seemed like it was going to be a huge commitment. I played the first three Assassin's Creeds pretty hardcore back in the PS3 days, and then haven't really got into it since. I keep thinking I'm going to try one and be sucked back in. I already have been wanting to get Mirage for some reason, but we'll see. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. This was a pretty good game. I love Call of Duty. I've played all the way since like the very first Modern Warfare in the PS3 days. And this one is actually pretty good. I don't usually play the campaign. I mainly play online, team deathmatch, and I had a good time with this one. Call of Duty Vanguard, on the other hand, not my favorite. Probably spent very few hours playing this one. Right now, I'm deep into Modern Warfare 3, which we're getting to, but it always, if I'm into January, February, and I'm still playing Call of Duty, then I feel like it's been a good year. And Vanguard was not it. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, this was last year's Call of Duty. It was pretty good. I don't know how far I made it into this year, 2023, but Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, I know there's a lot of complaints online about the campaign. I really like it. I like the maps because you get to play all the old school maps, and I am super into it right now. We'll see how long it lasts. Crystales or Crystales, or I'm not sure how to say that. I can't remember. This must have been like a super cheap game and it's still sealed. I'm not even really 100% sure what this is. But yeah. Same with Curve Space. I know for a fact this one was like super cheap. This was like a GameStop I had to spend $5 kind of thing. And don't know about that one. Deathloop, still sealed. I got this on Black Friday last year, I think. This looks like kind of a game I would be interested in. 10 out of 10, a masterpiece. But just haven't got around to it yet. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. I think this is the game that is the worth the most. I still have it sealed. I think it's a $100 game right now for some reason. I have not ever played a Devil May Cry game, even though I have them all in multiple forms. Aiden Chronicles. So this is The Rising. I heard about this, the game that's coming out next year for this, and this is kind of like a prequel game to try to get you into the characters. This is from like the creators of Suikoden or Suikoden, which is I love. So this might be pretty soon on the backlog. Might be checking this out. It doesn't have the best reviews. Far Cry 6, another sealed game. Never played a Far Cry game. I heard this one wasn't the best of the Far Cries and that I shouldn't jump into this one first. So if I ever do get into Far Cry, I don't know if that's the one I'll start with. Final Fantasy 16, played this summer. Took me about a month. I went through and did all the side quests and really fun. I really like this. It's been a while since a new Final Fantasy has grabbed me. Like I didn't like 15. 13, I hated 13. So this one was good. It held my attention, grabbed me. I mean, 7 Remake also was really good, but this one I liked a lot. The combat was really fun. This was one of the best games of the year, honestly. So I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to seeing if we're going to get like a part 2 to this, or we're just going to jump into the next Final Fantasy. It was really good. This is probably my next game because I have a buddy who really wants me to play this game. And I got the director's cut last year for Christmas. And I like Sucker Punch. And this seems like a game that I would be into. And I never got around to it on PS4. So I'm looking forward to breaking the seal on this. Probably once I finish Star Ocean, which is what I'm currently playing. Godfall, another sealed game. I think this one's on PS Plus now, so this may stay sealed forever. I don't know. It's like a co-op looter, I think. Yeah. So this was a launch game. I just grabbed it at launch because I was trying to get all kinds of things. This, of course, I bought this brand new, and I can't remember if the seal was broke or something, so I just went ahead and unsealed it because, I've only bought this game 15 times. It's a great game. 10 years ago, it was a great game. And I just was like, well, I want to have the best version available on PS5 if I ever want to stick it and play it, which I probably will when we get that 6 trailer in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be like, let's play some Grand Theft Auto 5 again. Hades, I remember this was a GameStop pickup last year. The guy at GameStop was like, this is the best game ever. It doesn't look like my kind of game, but it won Game of the Year, apparently. It's in the backlog. I don't know if I'll ever get around to playing it, but I do have Horizon up here. I actually got the special edition when this came out. I loved the first game. I really like this game too, Forbidden West. I even got the Burning Shores DLC. I haven't beat it yet, but I did beat this, and really like the game. Right now my buddy's borrowing it, so I don't actually have the game in this box. But it's up here with I like to put my steelbooks and stuff up here. Like there's that Final Fantasy steelbook, and I've got some other stuff up here. But yeah, I also have Immortals Phoenix Rising. This is, I think, Ubisoft's take on like a Zelda game, which at the time I was like, ooh, that sounds cool. I think this was another launch game that I never got around to breaking the seal on. Kena Bridge of Spirits. This game was amazing. I was so excited when I first saw the trailer for this game. It looked amazing, and it is. It's visually stunning. It's a short game, but it's really fun. It was pretty difficult too. I have I'll always try to start a game in normal mode, but then if I get super frustrated, I'll back it down to easy. I think this was one where I kept switching back and forth and backing it out to easy because it was so difficult. Guardians of the Galaxy. This was kind of a surprise game. I enjoyed it. This was coming off of I just played Square Enix's Avengers game, which was awful. And so I was not looking forward to this, but I think at one of these retro shops, the guy was telling me how great this was, and so I ended up picking up and playing it, and it was really enjoyed. I like the banter between them. It was pretty good. This was the first game I played on my PS5, Miles Morales. It was amazing. I really loved it. I know it was like a much smaller game than the first Spider-Man, which is my favorite PS4 game. But really enjoyed this, and then as a bonus, I did get the Ultimate Edition because it came with Spider-Man Remastered, which I installed and then did not play again, obviously, because I had already had other things to do, but I did love Miles Morales. Spider-Man 2, I just beat this game about a couple weeks ago. It was great. Not as good as the first Spider-Man, but the story, the action, everything's really good in this game. I love the stealth stuff in this, and the first game made me cry. This one, not so much, but still, really good game. I'm looking forward to what they do for a third game that I hope we're going to get. I have a bad habit of getting not cheesy Nickelodeon games, well, because I'm a 90s kid, and so I like Nickelodeon, plus I love Avatar and Korra, and so this was supposed to be Nickelodeon's Smash Brothers, and it was okay. I remember playing it a couple times with the family, and never going back. Same with the kart. I remember getting this because I love kart racers, and so I don't remember. I feel like we played this maybe once or twice, and it wasn't fun. We always go back to Beach Buggy, which is a digital game. That's kind of our go-to Sony kart racer game. The Neo Collection, I think that's how you say that. Never played these games. I think my brother was telling me about these and how good they were. Got them sealed here. I feel like this is kind of like in line with my Devil May Cry thing. It's games I've never played but have looked interesting. Need for Speed Unbound. I do flirt with the Need for Speed games occasionally. I was playing this pretty hardcore before Spider-Man came out, and when Spider-Man came out, of course, I dropped off. I'll probably get back into it later. I was enjoying it. The story's cheesy, but and then it has these weird like cel-shaded effects on things, like when you're drifting and things. But I was enjoying it. Need for Speed stories, they're like the Fast and Furious movies. They're cheesy, but they're fun. Outriders. I think my buddy was telling me to get this. Another game that haven't opened, haven't played. Maybe one day. Little Tetris. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. This was like a super deep, I think I got this at like Walmart clearance for like $2. So, don't know if I'll ever open it. It's possible. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. This game was great. Still, when people tell me like next generation games, this is the first game I point out. I'm like, this game, visually amazing. No load times. It's funny. All the weapons and the like effects on screen when you're like tons of bolts and everything. It looks fantastic. Plays great. It was a pretty short game, but really fun, and still to me the best representation of a next-gen game currently. Returnal. This is a roguelike game. I know a lot of YouTubers and stuff really talk about how great this game is. I did love Housemarque's PS4 game, Resogun. And then I also played Dead Nation and Alien Nation. So that's one of the reasons why I ended up getting this. But this game just does not look like it is my kind of thing. But one day I may give it a try. We'll see. Oh, Sackboy: A Big Adventure, another launch game that I played with my daughter. It was really fun. This was kind of almost better than Little Big Planet, because Little Big Planet you have to be creative and create things, which I was always awful at. So I played everybody else's levels. But in Sackboy, you don't have to do any of that. It's just like a platformer with Sackboy, and you could co-op the whole thing, which was fun. Saints Row. I heard this game was awful. Every once in a while when I'm like wanting to play a Grand Theft Auto style game, I'm like, it's either this or Watch Dogs, or that I give a try. I've not tried this one yet. I heard it's not very good. And I think I got this for $15, and now you can get it for like less than 10. So that's not a good sign that it's a good game. Scarlet Nexus. I just picked this up for under $10. It was like on a Black Friday sale, and I heard it was really fun. It's like an action RPG by the Tales team, which I do like the Tales games. So, I don't know. The cover just looks badass. So, it was one I missed. I think this came around launch time. It was just one I missed. Sonic Frontiers. I tried this last year. It wasn't really for me. It's been a long time since I've gotten into Sonic, and I've got that new Sonic game on my list. At least that one you can play co-op. This was their take on like an open world game, which was cool in practice. I played a lot of this. I did play like at least 10 hours into this. But then I fell off, and I don't know if it's ever going to pull me back in. Star Wars Divine Force. This is the newest Star Ocean. I said Star Wars. Star Ocean game, the Divine Force. Love Star Ocean, the second story. Every other game since then has been kind of a letdown. This one I played for about an hour, and I got it for Christmas last year, and I never went back. But one day I will, because I do like Star Ocean. And the game I'm currently playing is Star Ocean, the second story R. I am 8 hours into this so far. It's got some good member berries in there for people who played this game back in the late 90s, early 2000s. It's great so far. Really, this is how you should remake a game. I feel like this is spoiling me because, like, I know Suikoden is coming out next year with a remake, and I love those games. It's like my favorite PS1 game, Suikoden 2. And I bet you it's not going to be as good as this is. So we'll see, though. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. This game was great. I think, like Spider-Man, I like the other game, the original game, better. This was cool, and it leaves you on another kind of cliffhanger so that we can see what they're going to do, because they've already announced there's going to be a third and probably final game from Respawn for this. But it's a great series. This had a lot of bugs at first, but It was fun. I played through it at launch, so at launch of the game. Tales of Arise, I played and beat this game. This game, talk about a game that starts off amazing. Like, I was like, oh, this is amazing. And then by the end of it, it was like I just wanted to beat it and to be done with it. So when I heard there's like some DLC for this, and I was like, I don't care. I'm just gonna wait for the next Tales game. But it was good at first. The characters were cool at first. Then they went into normal Tales mode and got super annoying. I think I got this for Christmas a couple years ago. And I occasionally put it in and play it because, like a lot of other 90s kids, we lived off of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, specifically the demo disc for me. I played the shit ton out of that. This game is fun. It's good way to remake a game, and I occasionally put it in and play it and have a good time with it. Cowabunga Collection. I have not played this. I just wanted to get it because I remembered playing these games back on the Super Nintendo and Nintendo days. So I thought that was cool. You get them all. I like physical media, so if you put a game, even an old game, on physical media, I will probably buy it to have it in the collection. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection. So I really love this because I had not, in the PS4 days, I had played some of Uncharted 4. And I don't know what happened. It was a weird time in my life, I guess, because I quit playing it, and I loved the first 3 Uncharted games. They were like my favorite games on the PS3. So why I quit playing it, I don't know. And then, of course, I didn't play Lost Legacy either. So when they announced this, I was like, a perfect excuse for me to rebuy this and play it again. And then I played Uncharted 4 and freaking loved it. It was amazing. Then I played Lost Legacy. I liked it too. It's obviously not as good as Uncharted 4, but I was like, man, I would like a new Uncharted. But it was 4 was a great ending for the series. And I cried at the end. And that's usually a good sign that I liked the game. Watch Dogs Legion, sealed. Got this on Target very near the launch of the PS5. I was going to try it. I played the first Watch Dogs a lot. I never played the second one. And I heard this one wasn't very good. But I do remember when Watch Dogs was first announced, I was like, this is going to be the Grand Theft Auto killer. And it ended up not being, but maybe one day I'll crack into this, even though I heard this one's not very good. Maybe I should play Watch Dogs 2 instead. And now I'm knocking my games over. And that is it for the PS5. 45 games. Next, I guess I'll do PS4, even though I have a lot of PS4 games digitally, because it's just how PS Plus is. This is my PS4 collection. Yeah. What do you guys think? I have a whole list of games that I want. I have a backlog of games, both physical and digital. But like I said, after I finish Star Ocean, I really kind of think I want to try Ghost of Tsushima, because everybody tells me that game's great. And then after that, I don't know, God of War Ragnarok probably, even though I didn't love the 2018 God of War. Everybody, I think, overhypes that game a little bit, but I don't know. That's probably my next list of things until Final Fantasy VII, the remake sequel comes out, because I'm going to be pre-ordering that. And my cat just wants you to know that she's here. All right, until next time, this is Rainy Cage. Peace out.